Hi everybody, this is Tina. Welcome back to my channel. I want to share some Valentine's Day cards that I made using the Pure Innocence Girl, My Favorite Things. And this is from their last release called So Much Love. And this is what the stamp looks like. She's making like a heart shape with her hands. You know how we do the heart like that, you know, with our hands. That's what she's doing. And she's holding it against her chest. She's so cute. And then there's some great sentiment. So I used this stamp. I used some of these My Favorite Things heart pockets. And they're to make shaker cards. And you use the die. I have the die that goes with that. So this is the die. And these are the pockets, and I used this on one of my cards. That. I also used my Gina Marie cross-stitched rectangle dies. Those are one of my go-to favorites. So I used those. I used the My Favorite Things banner dies. These are little banners to make for your sentiments. So I used one of those. I used this new die I just got. It's a line die, and I have put it in backwards, but it says Sending Hugs from Lawn Fawn, so I used that. I used one of my cute little pink doilies, the mini paper doilies from Doodlebug that I just picked up in my haul. I used one of those, and I used one of these hearts. These are from Wild Orchid Crafts. And they're really, really pretty, and I have them in cream and some in white. So I used one of the cream ones. And on the insides of my cards, I used the Martha Stewart Mini Daisy Punch. And I'll share with you the inside of the card and show you where I used that. So let me just push this stuff aside. These are the things that I used, and I wanted to share these cards with you guys tonight because one of these cards is going out in the mail tomorrow. So, alright, so let's get started. This is the first card that I made. I just think that Pure Innocence, I love Pure Innocence, and I have a nice collection of them thanks to some of my friends here on YouTube that had gifted me some of the older ones. And for the last year or so, I've been buying each month when My Favorite Things comes out. They always come out with a new Pure Innocent Girl. And I always pick that up. So for papers, you guys, I don't know what pads I used. I have a whole stack of 6x6 Valentine's Day papers. And I just basically pulled out of all those paper pads. So I can't tell you, excuse me, which papers came from which thing here. Oh, I forgot to show you one of the dies. I used this die, and this die is from Whimsy. I used the big rectangle, and it has hearts in the corners. This is one of my recent finds and purchases. In one of my recent hauls, I got that. So I used that. And you can see the little hearts in the corners, and it is stitched. I put a stitch rectangle in the back with the XOXO. The main paper, this pink with the flowers, this is Doodlebug. I know that for sure. And then here is the scalloped stitched circle that I had these previously cut out. And so I just grabbed one of those out of my drawer. And then there's that cute little pink doily. It's adorable. I love the size. It's so cute. Oh, and that die set that I showed you by Whimsy, it also has the word love in it. You see that love die right there? Oops, I'm not trying to give you my middle finger. The love die right there, that die is where I cut this out down here. So that's the first card, and then here's the inside. And that's where I use that Martha Stewart punch to make that little edge on that, and then there's a place to write your sentiment. So that's the first card I made. The second card I made with that stamp set is the shaker, and this is the one I showed you, the little pockets from My Favorite Things. And then I put sequins in there, little tiny hearts. I wish I had pink ones, but I didn't. I only had red, so I put the red in there. Pink would have probably went better with this card, but it's okay. It's okay. So here is the background paper is one of the papers, I believe, out of the CC Design 6x6. And then I cut that love out. And then what I did was I cut the one out of the pink and I inlaid the love back into the where the spot was. So it would be a different color there. Stitch rectangle die. I popped her up on foam dots. And these are Doodlebug little hearts, enamel hearts that I like to put on my cards. And then here's where I used that that long label die or whatever it was from, I think it was Lawn Fawn. No, it was My Favorite Things. I showed it to you guys. This one here. This long die, the word frame dies, I guess that's what they're called. Hearts in a row. I might have that in the wrong package. But anyway, I'm all over the place. I'm sorry. It's so late and I'm getting ready to go to bed. But I wanted to finish this up. So I did put the sentiment, and that sentiment comes from the Pure Innocence little girl. That comes from her stamp set. And then here's the inside. Okay. And this says, "You're always in my heart." So that's that one. And then this is the last one, and I did a little bit of a different color on this. And I used the teal background with pink hearts. They are pink. You can't see, they're very, very light pink in the bottom. And then I did a stitch rectangle pinstripe, and then another one of those heart papers, but this one is in a lighter greenish gray color. And then I did a stitch rectangle cut out with that. Here's that line die from Lawn Fawn, Sending Hugs. Here's that heart doily that I used. Some of the enamel dot hearts from Doodlebug, and I just used the bigger ones. And then this little bow was some of my gingham ribbon, and I just made the bow and stuck it there. So that is the third card that I made, and then that's the inside. So I made 3 cards today, so I did good. I sat here and I just enjoyed myself, and my husband's off for work tomorrow, so I probably won't have much time to craft. We'll probably be out running around. But yeah, those are my 3 cards, and I hope you guys like them. And I hope you have a nice day tomorrow and a nice evening tonight, and we'll see you next time. Bye, everybody.